Hey, good morning, guys. I'm Jesus Christ, posting like normal. I want to come in real quick and say one thing. By no means, my physician or psychiatrist or psychologist or an ordained minister or a professional. I'm just telling my own thoughts and beliefs and questions and things I've perceived of and wondered about. Perceived. I could tell you the different times that here's what I'm talking about. The different times that I've quit antipsychotic drugs. I've read that, and it's the case. When you quit antipsychotic drugs, you lose a bunch of weight, right? Sometimes they call it anorexia, but whatever. You lose weight. And I can tell you this much. Let's say I quit antipsychotic drugs basically 3 times in my life, and yeah, in 2020 there's a few times within the one time. But I can tell you the difference. The first time I quit, I went from about 315 pounds. I got down to about 210 pounds. Within a certain period of time, and I was not drinking alcohol. But there's no alcohol in me. I was not doing meth. I quit Seroquel and Risperidone. Went down from 315 pounds sober to about 210. I admit at the end I was like on the Atkins diet too, but once I was easily 230 or something, 240 before going on the Atkins diet, and stuff changed. And then in 2020, I quit, and one more time I went from about 310, 315 to about 230 pounds. When I was in my head-on collision in Spokane, Washington, I weighed about 230 pounds in the morning with an empty stomach, like after I got urinated, hadn't eaten, in my boxers on the scale, about 230 pounds. And that hints that I was maybe more of a severe withdrawal spike. Imagine if you come off a lot of antipsychotics and your body's deeply adjusting, it's in withdrawal. To say, because I know that withdrawal exists with antipsychotics, you'll lose more weight, right? This time, as I've come off these drugs, I've not lost nearly that much weight, which kind of speaks that I might not be in a severe withdrawal, which speaks that I may actually kind of hints that I'm going to be okay this time. And this time I went from about 310, 315, and now I'm only like 270 pounds. I think this morning I was 272, 273. That speaks of a difference this time with my antipsychotic cessation, the stopping of it. I didn't lose massive pounds to get down to 230, 210, any of that. I'm 270 pounds, and I don't like that I'm 270 pounds in fat, but I'm not losing a shitload of weight, and I know I'm older. That kind of hints that my body is my mind is more adjusted to a lower dose of antipsychotics, so I haven't come through severe withdrawal. And by the way, I am sleeping. I don't sleep perfectly every night, but I sleep without Xanax. I was at my parents' house the other night, which is not a comfortable bed and environment for me to sleep in. And I went to bed early, before midnight, which is pretty early for me. It might have been by 10. I slept most of the night. I was up after 6 a.m. This is off of antipsychotics. Within 6 months of quitting antipsychotics, no Xanax, no alcohol, nothing else. Just natural physical sobriety, a human being. So I just want to say that in case anyone's out there watching me. Someone takes these drugs, wants to quit, or maybe a psychiatrist or a psychologist or a police officer or anyone, judge, anyone that's watching me, that watches me. I'm just telling you my testimony. I've not shed mass pounds like I did in the other 2 times. And my head is not overwhelmingly loud. Anyways, that speaks of a difference, that I'm not in a severe withdrawal reaction, rebound reaction. Talk to you later. I'm Jesus Christ. Peace be with you. You can do this too if you're stuck on these drugs. If you're taking these drugs, you don't like what they're doing to your body. You probably don't like what they're doing to your sex drive and physical ability. There's lots of other things that you don't like, and so antipsychotics, mood stabilizers, antidepressants, anxiolytics. Oh, one more thing. I've decided I don't know if I'm going to do it because I struggle with cravings and delayed cravings. I want to quit the drug alprazolam or Xanax. The reason I'm quitting it now, it's not that it hurts me. I have a limited amount that I would normally get every week, just a small amount that I can get refilled only once a week. Doesn't really affect me. I can sleep. But you know what? When I take that stuff, it makes a huge difference. Because when I'm sober and lucid, I can sense my fiance Lauren Daigle. I can hear her thoughts clearer. I can sense her heart. I can sense her spirit. I can hear it clearly. I can sense her very strongly. When I play my bass or my music, I can give it my full spirit and my all, right? I feel I'm present, even though I struggle. There's almost a happiness to it. There's an enjoyment to it. You know, I'm nervous, and the biggest thing is that I sense my wife, right? I can sense Lauren Daigle. I can sense her heart, her thoughts, her mind. I can feel her very strongly within my heart and spirit and my mind. As soon as I take Xanax, you know, once it sets in an hour or two, you know, I'm depressed. I no longer can sense her in the spirit very well. I almost lose thought of her telepathy and her heart and her spirit. I'm depressed. I lose sense of her. I get kind of depressed, and I know I'm not there speaking to her, giving my spirit to her. I kind of drift away into a depression and a darkness. And then the other night when I went and recorded my song "The Machine," I was under the Xanax or alprazolam trance a little bit. I was still depressed, and like as I played that song and sang, I was not enjoying it. There's almost like a misery while I was singing the song. I couldn't give it my full spirit to sing as best I could. I mean, it sounded okay, but my spirit, I was almost miserable while I was playing. I wasn't enjoying it. There's almost a misery involved. There's a depression. I can't sense Lauren. I can't sense the enjoyment of my music. I'm not fully, it's like you're like under this depressed trance. And like my theory, imagine this. Now, this to me honestly applies to alcohol. Donald Trump has never drank alcohol. He does it because he's smart. He's our God, right? I know his daughter-in-law, Laura, and I think Eric, they drink wine and stuff. That's on them. You know, maybe they're different, but I'll tell you this. As a human being, let's compare alcohol or Xanax. For me, I was taking Xanax in moderation, right? Imagine you're like a cup. I'll do it this way. Okay, best cup I got. In my opinion, we're taller than these cups, but imagine as human beings, a physical body and spirit, we're a cup, right? And when we're sober, we're full of our true self, and we've come into the truth, and we're full of the Spirit of God and who we really are. We're full of spirit. We have the full capacity for spirit, connection with God, connection with people we love. We have our full spirit. But if you put even just a little bit of Xanax or alcohol, any drug in moderation even, it may not cause you to be an addict, it may not cause you to get a DUI, it may not kill you, it may not really damage your life. But now part of your spirit, see, the water is the spirit. But now part of your capacity as a human being is taken by this drug. And I can go farther than that. I mean, the drug is not even real. It's an illusion. It's like air compared to water. I know air is real, but like part of your capacity to be a human being in the Spirit of God, connect with those you love, is gone. And just, you don't have to drink a lot. Take just a little bit of Xanax and part of your spirit is gone. You could function, you're there. Part of your spirit is gone, man. Part of your spirit is now gone to this drug. And I tell you, I'm depressed when I take my Xanax. I don't want that shit anymore. I'm not saying that I won't wander back to it in 2 months because I'm bored and got nothing better to do. But I can't connect to Lauren nearly as much. I can't feel the joy of feeling her spirit. My music is miserable when I play it. I can't give the vocals the full thing because I'm just a miserable fucking... It's weird. It's a depressed trance, and it cuts me off from the spirit, let's say, of love, of God, of my wife, of peace, of happiness. Alcohol is the same thing, man. I guarantee it. If I am an alcoholic, I will not drink alcohol in moderation. I would not want to. I could try, but fuck this. I want some more beer. Give me some beer. I want to get good and fucking drunk. I don't want to puke, but I want to get good and fucking drunk. There's a lot of people that just drink 1 or 2 beers, 1 or 2 glasses of wine. Well, guess what? They're taking just 1 or 2 glasses of wine or beers out of the spirit of who they are as a child of God, as a spiritual being. So realize this. Even moderation consumption of drugs is going to affect your spirit. Now, I will admit, I don't really see any repercussions from this, and this can actually help me sleep sometimes when I'm in withdrawal from, say, antipsychotics. But I've heard these things can hurt your kidneys, so I'm kind of scared of them. But here's here's an interesting thing. Isn't it amazing how when you go to the hospital, they will never give you ibuprofen? For me, ibuprofen works a lot better as a painkiller than any Tylenol, acetaminophen, I guess is what it's called. Isn't that bullshit? You know why that is? It's because acetaminophen, the Tylenol owns the market. They paid the medical system. We are the drug you're going to prescribe for minor pain. We will not allow ibuprofen in because you know what? We own it. I mean, that's just a theory. But if you work at a hospital or in a medical hospital, especially, let's say, isn't that the truth? Watch. Basically, a doctor is never going to give you ibuprofen, even if it's a better painkiller. It works better for you, for me as a person, or you. No, fuck that. Tylenol paid a lot of fucking money because, like, you give us to the patients. That's how crooked this shit is. They bought out the fucking the minor painkiller fucking market. I bet. Can I prove this? No. I've experienced it though. You're never gonna get fucking ibuprofen in most cases at a hospital. It's a bunch of crooked bullshit. Have a great day. I'm Jesus Christ. I love you, Miss Beautiful Lauren Dale. I want to marry you. Come get me as soon as you fucking can. I love you, baby. Bye. Bye. Talk to you later. Peace be with all of you. My prayers to you. Amen. God, keep the police safe, the sheriffs and the military, anyone who's fighting for me, for us as people, as a country, and all the countries. Just keep them safe. Let them do their job. And just, amen to everyone's prayers, all the people. Amen. Have a great day. God bless Spokane, Washington, for not putting me in prison for fucking 10, 20, 30 years. Thank you for forgiving me. Amen. Have a great day.